Hi people! In this video series we present some key findings from a new study called Shipyard Nuclear in Finland that Rauli Partanen did for the Eikä Modernist Society of Finland. Let's put some numbers on the amount of emissions these types of shipyard manufactured power plants could prevent. Can you give some estimates how much one ship could do?
Sure. Obviously it depends on a couple of factors. First is the size of the reactor capacity, so how much power output, what it produces, whether that's power, heat, or hydrogen, or ammonia, or something else, and what is the fossil fuel the product displaces. So we can take some examples. Let's use a 600 megawatt ship as a case study. Produce about 5 terawatt hours of electricity, and if that was used to replace coal power, about 5 million tons of CO2 would be saved each year. If it was used to replace natural gas, it would be about half of that, so 2.5 million tons. If we are producing hydrogen, we can produce maybe 3 to 4 terawatt hours of hydrogen, and if we use that to replace hydrogen made from natural gas, the CO2 savings would be about 1 million tons. And if we produce synthetic fuels, maybe 2.5 terawatt hours per year, we would avoid roughly 1 million tons, plus or minus 500,000 tons, depending on what fossil fuel we would be replacing.
Okay, and if our shipyard would make 3 of these ships per year, we would add 3 times those emissions reductions each year?
Yeah, so depending on the details, each year we would be adding enough clean energy to avoid maybe 5 to 10 million tons of emissions. But this is cumulative, so in 10 years from the start of the program, the growing fleet would perhaps avoid between 50 to 100 million tons of CO2 each year. And for reference, Finland's gross emissions at the moment are roughly 50 million tons.
Oh wow, sounds significant. Can you say anything about the business opportunity?
Sure. So the market for clean, low-cost energy is pretty much limitless from a Finnish point of view. So we can do some basic math. If one ship has a 30-year life cycle, and if we could add 1.5 gigawatts of these ships per year, the fleet would grow to 45 gigawatts in 30 years. And that would produce about 360 terawatt hours of electricity each year. So if the average value of that electricity would be 50 euros per megawatt hour, the sales revenue from the energy would be around 18 billion euros per year from the total fleet. And this is just from using half of the current capacity from our couple of our bigger shipyards.
Thank you, Rauli. See you next time. Bye.